Hi guys, welcome back to the Aromadicto world. Today I'm going to be updating you guys on my December perfume tray. I'm going to let you know what I wore, what I didn't wear, how I felt about them really quickly, and I'm going to add new perfumes to the tray for January. Let's get into it. Starting front to back, this is my sample of Cherry Punk Extrait by Room 1015, and I love it. You guys, I should be receiving it this month. It is such a good, spicy, juicy cherry perfume. They amped up the leather, they amped up the cherry. It lasts really well. It projects, which is my problem with the first one, that I didn't project very well. So this is a win. I'm not gonna lie, I wore Followed and it lasts so long and I love it so much that I decided to overspray it a little bit, and that was a big mistake. Literally, it lasted me 18 hours. I smelled it on my wrist in the morning when I woke up, and I wore it for so long that it started to smell a little, I don't know, kind of like brown sauce, like Maggi. I don't know, man. It was just doing a little bit too much, so I need a tiny break from this, and then we'll come back to it. I did not end up wearing vanilla, so I'm gonna have to put it back on the tray for January, because I gotta get use out of my products. I did end up wearing Faiza once, and it was so wonderful, you guys. Again, raspberry and caramel, and a woody, very slight oud. Smells very luxurious, and I'm thinking of keeping it on the tray for January. Duro Cafe I wore a couple of times. The coffee and the chocolate in this are so warm and comforting. I layered it with Bianco Latte. I layered it with Madeira. It's amazing. Speaking of Madeira, Madeira is my layering caramel. I wore it with Kayali's Eden Sparkling Lychee with it, which I have over there. I wore it with Coconut Cream Pie by Bath & Body Works. I wore it with Bois 1920's Duro Cafe. Love this. I ended up laying Italica and Maharlu together, and it was so wonderful. Cherry Bakewell tart. Smells like I just walked out of a patisserie in like Paris or something. It was great with the almond and the milk in Italica and the cherry and the cinnamon in Maharlu. It was just chef's kiss. Of course, I wore Bianco Latte. Are you kidding? Chocolate Queen I wore a few times. I layered this with EBK's Deep in Desire Yacht, and it was a super yummy kind of blueberry muffin with chocolate chips vibe. Starting to really put a dent in this, and that kind of annoys me. But I'm probably going to get a new bottle at some point this year anyway, because I'd like to have one with a plaque on the front instead of the sticker, so it matches all my other ones. I only wore Panetto around the house. I think I wore it in that in-between time between Christmas and New Year's Eve, just because I wanted something sweet and warming. But I didn't wear it for a full day, I think, so I'm going to keep it on the tray. I wore Baklava Royale like 4 or 5 times. It is so good, you guys. It is nutty and warm. The pistachio and the almond are nutty and creamy at the same time. This is amazing. It's the pistachio scent that I was looking for. I wore Istanbul, I think I wore Istanbul for date night. I do remember that I did wear this, and it was great. Super potent, love Don't Be Shy for the winter. Luke decided that we should spontaneously go to the movies and have an extra date night this month, so I wore La Perlas Possibilities because I know he really likes it. And so we went to get KFC and we watched the new Wonka movie, and it was really nice wearing this and having like a feminine, femme fatale little scent bubble. I say bubble because I did not overspray this. That would just not be safe for my fellow moviegoers. Okay, now it's time to clean my tray before I put the new perfumes on there. Got a little lemon scented cleansing wipe. All right. So first I'm putting the perfumes on that I said I was keeping on the tray this month. So we have Panetto, we have Faiza, we have Vanilla by Teodoro Scalottinis. Putting that in the front because it's smaller. And I will be adding Tonka Extraordinaire by EPC. This is a very nutty, warm, spicy Tonka perfume. It smells kind of like a cookie that you would get at Christmas, but darker in a way. I have to get to know it more, so I will be putting it on the tray. I've worn it a couple of times, but I want to wear it at least one more time before I write my review. This bottle is obnoxiously long, but it is what it is. So I just have to show you guys this box. I find it so pretty. The bottle less so, but the presentation is immaculate. I received this in PR a couple of days ago. This is Zafir Udani by Alexander J. And it comes in this kind of gift box thing, and that is what it looks like. This is a little much for me, but I can appreciate the drama. This has notes of leather, food, but also coconut and toffee, which I love coconut. I love toffee. I'm cool with oud, depending on how it's done. I'm cool with leather, depending on how it's done. So I'm looking forward to testing this out this month. So far, it kind of reminds me of Oudgasm Vanilla Oud by Kayali. So for the more exciting part, I have so many new perfumes to test that I bought before my no-buy in January, which I've kind of already broken, but I'll explain why in a minute. So for the first new perfume that just arrived yesterday, this Caramel Pop by Viva More. By the time you see this, I will have posted my first impressions video, but just know that I am pleased. Buttery salted caramel popcorn. And then we have the sibling. This is Choco Exclusive, and this is the one that piqued my interest in the first place in the new Viva Mores. Choco Exclusive has coffee and chocolate and orange, like blood orange in this, which you can also find in perfumes like Lita. And it is so gourmand. It's the gourmand in the same way that Duro Cafe is. It's dark and heavy and semi-sweet, like semi-sweet pure chocolate. It's really good so far. Can't wait to fully wear test Caramel Pop and Choco Exclusive. I also purchased this cutie from Amiris Essenze. This is Rue Madame's Cotton Vanilla. It has notes of peach, tonka bean, sandalwood, coconut. It is very creamy, very coconutty, lots of caramel in this as well. And I've worn it a couple of times. I got it about 3 days ago. I've worn it a couple of times just around the house, and so far I'm very happy with it. Ansem Gold by Lattafa is the best Oriana dupe out there that there is. Oriana by Parfums de Marly. This is a wonder. I paid 47 euros for this. Look how beautiful the bottle is. It smells exactly like Oriana, except it's slightly more citrusy in the first minute in the opening, and that's it. And it's a fifth of the price. I don't pay it enough attention. Also because I'm more reach for this in warmer weather and stuff. But I decided I'm pulling it out for January. I have Imaginary Author's reformulation of their A Whiff of a Waffle Cone perfume. And I bought a partial. I've worn it a couple of times. And it's literally a burnt waffle cone. Not burnt, but a smoky, fresh waffle cone, like fresh out of the iron. And I really like it so far. But I'd like to test longevity a little bit more, test projection, so I'm going to wear it to work and see what people think. Wet Cherry Liquor is one of the more underrated cherry perfumes in my opinion. This has notes of caramel. It has a liquor note, obviously. There's cherry in this, there's vetiver in this, and if you know me, you love a bit of vetiver. I'm quite a bit through this bottle, but I haven't reached for it in a little bit. I think the last time I wore it was in October, so I'm going to wear it again. At the moment, I can't actually be without Devotion in my collection. I finished the 30 ml. I've started on my 10 ml and look at the dent. My 100 ml, I mean. And so I'm putting it on the tray because I layer this with like so many things. Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper is Mona's favorite Kayali, but it really wasn't mine for like the longest time until I tested it in store. I think it was September, and really liked it and had to get a bottle. But even though I have it now, I still haven't reached for it as often as I thought I would. So I'm putting it on the tray to get some use out of it. I also haven't written a review about it yet, so I gotta do that too. I'm actually working on a ranking video of all of my Kayalis. So I gotta test some more Kayalis this month. I wear them all the time. I layer them with so many things, especially Love Fest. Love Fest, it switches between Love Fest and Latte di Cherry for which is my favorite cherry perfume. But Love Fest is juicy raspberry, cherries, Palo Santo, that's a little smoky, and Gaiac wood. And even though I already have a cherry on the tray, I just have to reach for this one right now. And y'all know me, I love to put a sample on my tray just so I know that I'm getting use of my samples. This is actually a decant of Swa Malaki by Dries van Noten. I don't actually know if that's how you say it. I hope it is. But I broke my no-buy for this, you guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. Broke my no-buy because someone was selling this for retails. The full bottle retails for 295 euros, and it's so beautiful, this bottle. I'll put a picture in. It is so beautiful. Someone was selling it for 170. I had to pay 5 for shipping, and that's a deal I could not pass up. So broke the no-buy. I decided on doing a low buy instead of fully doing a no-buy before Essence, but I am going to try to keep it together a little bit and wear my sample just to confirm that this was a good purchase. I know it was, because I've already worn this a few times. I'm halfway through this 5 ml, but still, I did freak out a little bit about spending so much. There you have it, guys. There's my tray for January. I'm looking forward to doing these monthly updates. I find it really fun to do a tray. Let me know if you do them, if you do it weekly or monthly, and what's on your tray this month. Thank you for spending time with the Madikto World, I hope to see you next time. Make sure you're subscribed.